Yo, what's going on, guys? Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and the Houston Astros lose to the Mariners in Game 2 of a 3-game series, and the series is tied up at 1-1, and whoever wins tomorrow's game at 3 o'clock will win this series. This was a game that started off great for the Astros. They really controlled this ball game for the first 8 innings, and it collapsed in the 8th inning, which with a couple plays in the 8th inning, and the Astros might have had a shutout in this game. And there was play after play. I think probably about 2 or 3 plays. Maybe the Astros, they could have, if luck would have had their way, they would have finished the inning, and the Mariners wouldn't put up 7 runs in the 8th inning, which was absolutely awful. The Astros controlled this game through the first 8 innings, or the first 7 innings, because then the first 8 innings, and then up until the bottom of the 8th, that's where the Mariners took over. Let's go over the game. 7-5 is the final score. 12 hits for the Mariners, 9 for the Astros, 1 error for both squad. Win goes to Saucedo. He's 1-0 in the year, 1 inning pitched. He pitched the 9th, I think, or the 8th. No, the 9th. He pitched the 9th, and he's 1-0 of the year. 2 strikeouts in the 9th inning. Loss goes to Monterio. It was awful in that 8th inning. Gave up that huge double to J.P. Crawford. So he went 0.2 innings pitched, didn't even get through the 8th inning. Oh my God. I mean, you had 2 outs with a runner on first base, and next thing you know, their bases are loaded, and J.P. Crawford is rounding all the bases, and it's a tied game. Crawford's at second, and then the Mariners just don't stop from there. They just keep going. But yeah, so tough loss of the Astros today. So Montero is charged for the loss. It's his first loss of the year. He's 0-1, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, and 4 earned runs. Scoring summary: Astros put up the first 3. Kyle Tucker in the 4th inning hits a sacrifice fly to right. Dubon scored 1-0. Jeremy Pena with a RBI single. Alvarez scored 2-0. Then Jordan Alvarez doubled to left. Meyers scored. Dubon thrown out at home in the 5th inning, 3-0. Then the 8th inning, like I was talking about that Crawford double. In the 8th, Crawford double to right. Hernandez scored, Suarez scored, and Riley scored 3-3. But going back to the beginning of that 8th inning, there's a runner on first. I forgot how the runner got on. I can probably go back and check. Because Cal Riley, I think that was Suarez who got on base. Suarez in the 8th. Suarez got into a fielder's choice in the 8th. So that's why he was on at first with 2 outs. And then next thing you know, Kyle Riley comes up to the plate, reached on an infield single, which could have gone the Astros' way. It was like a bunch. It was a check swing that he made contact with. Ball went through Montero and went to Jeremy, but Jeremy and Bregman collided, and both of them went on the ground, and they couldn't make the play. So there was Kyle Riley at first base, and second, Suarez. Then next thing you know, Teoscar Hernandez comes to the plate. He gets an infield single, a ball that goes to Pena. Pena cut. Well, I don't know even if Bregman caught the ball, I don't know if they would have had to play at third. Possibly could have had to play at third. Doesn't matter anyways, because Jeremy throws the ball to third. Bregman doesn't glove it, and the bases are loaded. Here comes J.P. Crawford in this play, that last play of the scoring summary that tied the game up at 3-3. Rounds the bases. Hernandez scores, Suarez scores, and Riley scored. So it could have had 2 outs right there with Jeremy and Alex running into each other, and on that infield single, and Jeremy not being able to make the play at third, which that might have been an error on the Astros. I'm not sure. I think that could have been an error, but let's see. No, that wasn't an error on Pena or Bregman at all. So that was a tough one. And then it just gets worse from then. Then Caballero double to left. Trammell scored, and Crawford scored 3-5. Then J-Rod single to center. Caballero. I think I got it. Caballero Caballero, or no, Caballero. Let's do this slowly. Caballero scored 3-6. Then in the 8th inning, Kelnick reached in on infield single to second. Rodriguez scored France a second, 3-7. So the nightmare of the 7th inning is over. Could have made either one of those two plays in the 8th inning, whether it was when Pena or Bregman collided, or when Bregman or Pena. I don't know whose fault that was, because Pena, it was a decent throw. It wasn't that great of a throw, but Bregman possibly could have got it. But I think it was both their fault on that play. I don't know. Can't really pick a side on whose fault that was. I would, if I had to choose, I think it was a bad throw on Pena's end. But it's 3-7 going into the 9th. The Astros do tack on 2 in the 9th. Jake Meyers doubled to the left. Pena scored and Tucker scored. So Jake Meyers with a 2 RBI double. So there you go, Jake. Get his 9th and 10th RBIs of the year. So that's another Astro in double digits for RBIs this year. Jake's been on fire the last 3 weeks, man. He's been just hitting the ball great. I mean, Jake was 2 for 4 today. His batting average is 267 compared to what I think he was in the 160s area 3 weeks ago. So he's been playing great. Let's go over the batters for the Astros today. Dubon went 2 for 5, singled to left in the 4th inning and reached on infield single to second in the 5th. He scored a run in this game, but also was thrown out in the 4th inning. Could have scored 2 runs today, but did score 1. Bregman was 0 for 4 today. Jordan was 1 for 3. He doubled to left. Meyers scored. Dubon thrown out at home. Then he walked in the 4th. Dubon to second. And that was it. So he's 1 for 3 with a walk. Abreu was 0 for 2 today, but did walk in his first 2 at-bats. A walk in the 2nd, and then in the walk in the 4th to load up the bases. Then Kyle Tucker was 1 for 3 today. In the 4th inning, he had a sacrifice fly with the bases loaded. So Abreu's walk loaded the bases up, but Tucker comes up and brings Dubon in the 4th inning, and then he singles to right. So Tucker does get a single and an RBI today, 1 for 3 for Kyle. Jeremy was 3 for 4 today. Really good hitting day for Jeremy. In the 4th inning, he singled to left for the RBI. Alvarez scored. I think that was Jeremy's 18th RBI. I think so. Abreu to second. Pena doubled to left. Pena safe at Pena doubled to left in the 6th. Pena safe on 3rd on fielding error by left fielder Kelnick. So in the 6th inning, Pena got to 3rd by error by Kelnick. And then he doubled in the left. So, I think, did Jeremy have a cycle? The cycles is, I think you have to have a home run too. I'm not sure. I think Jeremy had a cycle. Oh, no, he didn't have a cycle. Because it wasn't a triple, it was a double. Never mind. He got to 3rd base, but that wasn't a triple, that was a double. I think you have to get a single, a double, a triple, and a home run, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm not too sure on that. But Jeremy was 3 for 4 today with 2 doubles and an RBI single. Great day for Jeremy with an RBI, going 3 for 4. Probably the best hitter for the Astros today. Jake had 2 RBIs. Jordan had an RBI double, but I think even though Pena, he didn't. Yes, he made some bad plays on the infield and then in the game in the 8th, but I still think Pena had a really good game. Yainer Diaz, I think this is the first time the Astros have lost a game this season with Yainer Diaz behind the plate. The streak is over. Yainer Diaz was 0 for 4 today, grounded out twice, flied out twice. Both flyouts were to center, and his groundouts was to shortstop and 3rd. David Hensley 0 for 4 today, 2 groundouts and 2 strikeouts. And Jake Meyers 2 for 4. He had 2 doubles. Jake ground rule double in the 5th. In the 9th, double to left. Man, Jake is hitting really well right now. 2 RBIs and a run scored for Jake today. How about the guy that made his major league debut today? You forgot about that 8th inning collapse and the Astros' horrible inning. We had a guy make his debut today and was really good. JP France went 5 innings, 5 shutout innings for JP France. Had 5 strikeouts, 1 walk. A little bit of a rough start in his first inning. Had the bases loaded, but got out of it without any runs being scored. And also, really cool thing here, and I'm sure it's happened before, but on his major league debut in his first inning, all 3 of the outs came on strikeouts. Would have been even more crazier if if he struck out the side. But he did get some runners on. They did get some runners on in the first. I mean, his first at batter, he struck out the reigning rookie of the year, J-Rod. So that was his first at batter face. Then Ty France gets a single. Then Jared Kelenic was hit by pitch. So, and then Suarez was walked. So that's how the bases got loaded. And then Cal Riley struck out swinging, and then Hernandez struck out looking. So that was J.P. France's first inning. A little bit of a crazy inning. Walk, hit by pitch, he got hit someone, and then a single. So, but then had 3 strikeouts. So really good day for him. Congratulations. I mean, that was a great outing. 3 hits, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and 5 innings in your major league debut. J.P. France, if he stays, I like him. I like what we could see from him. Possibly another starter, and until we get Urquidy, and Lance back, which could be a long time. Until we get them both back, could be maybe anywhere from June to maybe beginning of July till we get both of them back. Urquidy, he could come back maybe end of May, maybe beginning of June. But Lance, I think it's gonna take him a long time. I think Lance is gonna come back mid-June to beginning of July. So J.P. France should be if he continues doing this in his next couple starts in the MLB, I mean, J.P. should be a starter for the next month. So congratulations to him. Great outing by J.P. His reliever, though, is Maton. In the 6th inning, he pitched in the 6th inning, gave up 1 hit, but did have 2 strikeouts, so good outing. Got the inning through got the inning done in 13 pitches. Want to go back to J.P. France on this I see here. He threw 84 pitches in his major league debut today, had 51 of them as strikes. Man, I like this kid. I think he has a lot of potential. I can't wait to see him in his next start, which should be May 12th probably. Hector Neris went 1 inning today, the 7th inning. Gave up a hit, gave up a walk, had a strikeout. Still no runs. And we were talking about Monterio, and he gave up those 4 runs to that double with Crawford. But then Stanek comes in for that last inning in the 8th, and Stanek didn't do any better. Came in, gave up 4 hits, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, 0 strikeouts in 19 pitches. So Monterio and Stanek in that inning were god awful in that inning. 7 hits, 7 earned runs, and 2 walks. And that's in 47 pitches and only 1 strikeout. So Monterio and Stanek in the 8th inning combined were awful. Wow. But yeah. JP's France kind of night got ruined. Perfect night. I mean, if the Astros would have got this win with him starting, it would have been amazing. And he would have got the win too. He would have got the win. He would have got the win on his first start, but Astros kind of blew it in the 8th. Great day. I mean, decent day with JP France. Good to see this kid out there. Jake was really nice today. Both Jake and Pena were great today. Jake, two doubles, ground rule double, and 2 RBI double. Jeremy was amazing with 2 doubles. Got to third on one of the doubles by an error, and then an RBI single. So both Jeremy and Meyers hit the ball amazing today, and JP France was really nice out there in his major league debut. So those were the bright sides of this game, but there were also a lot of bad sides. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoy them. Your thoughts. Peace out. Go Astros.